Is it? It is. Yeah, I have no idea what this one is. I think it's FCO2. No, I guess. I'll wake you up a little bit statically there. Right. I did have a lot of shit I wanted to fucking talk about, but it's bloody well gone. No, it hasn't. I don't think so. Where should I start? What was the one? Christmas. That was the fucking one. Just kind of replaying a lot of conversations I've had about Christmas. Like, I did my Elf on a Shelf thing. I've been doing lots of Elf on a Shelf versions, but I've been doing both their names. So I had like a Che Guevara and a Grey Navarra. And just loads like that. And like I did one today, and there was like a mildly sadistic kind of. I fucking hope someone's getting pissed off with them and fucking shove it up your fucking arse, because that's what I have every fucking year with Christmas. To be fair, it's like if you're gonna fucking hammer Christmas, so will I. I'm just hammer it in this way instead. But you know, it's like I just sort of played the tape forward and thought about the amounts of conversations I've had where people get really overreactive to it. And they say nasty shit. They say, oh, you know, Scrooge, the Grinch, you're boring. They whinge like they put on a 3-year-old's accent, but they're joking. And then when you do an impression of that shit, when you moan about that shit, it's, oh, you're bitter. That's like, that is a manipulative relationship. That's what manipulators do to you. They act like the pissy little fucking madams or madamettes, Madame Arenos that they are. And then when you point that out, they turn that straight back around and say that you're the one doing it. And that's what fucking society does. About Christmas, it's exactly the fucking same. It gets turned around that you're being the fucking nasty, whingy one. I thought, hang on, Mr. or Mrs. Christmas is all about love and fucking understanding. Where's your fucking love and understanding then? With your compulsory fucking festival that you say isn't compulsory, but it fucking is. Unless you want us to playfully exclude you from society. But we're only joking. But then if you say it back like you're joking along with us, we'll call you nasty. That's what fucking happens, mate. That's why I get scared to talk to people a lot of the times, because it's fucking pointless. You always get told that you're doing the same thing that actually society's fucking doing. You're in a manipulative relationship with society. You really are. That's how it seems to me, anyway. This was the other one that I really couldn't like. I'm paranoid. The controllers are after us. They're controlling everything, but they are. But let me tell you a little story. When I went into rehab, fucking years ago, 2004, when I first went into rehab. Hang on. There it is. I did notice in my last vid, and a few of my vids have been playing with a pen. I never write anything, but I do seem to like playing with a pen. And this is my unicorn pen, my Unipen, with a little fluffy star, a little fluffy pom-pom upon it, which I can tap upon my nose as if it were a fishing rod. And I've caught a pom-pom. What was that about? Yeah, so I went to rehab. And so this was an exercise that they did in like pushing your buttons. Basically, pushing your buttons. And it was one where one guy who was a bit of an actual fucking gangster. Like a proper gangster. Not some plastic G, like someone who wore suits and stuff like that, but knew some very dodgy people. He had to leave the room because he was crying. I cried. It was when I'd first broken my heel, and all you had to do was walk through. It was like a gauntlet, and the people were standing either side, and you had to walk upon these words and stop and pause and reflect on that word, the energy of that word. And it was words like unloved, lonely, despairing, frustrated, shit like that. Common feelings that people experience. And no, I know it's not exclusive to addicts, and addicts all think it's only them. No, that's just you that think that addicts think it's only them. God, I'm such a fucking cynical old bitch. But that was the point of it, was to fucking make you cry. Basically, I cried. And there was a couple of the women that were there that had actually said to me, I didn't like you until that day. I really didn't like you. I thought you were boisterous and cocky and arrogant and all of that, because I had that big sort of laddish fucking way about me. And then they saw that I had feelings, because I fucking cried like a little girl. See, so sexist. I cried like a little boy, like a big boy. I cried like a big man. Sounds weird, doesn't it? Well, it shouldn't do. It shouldn't do. If you ever want men to fucking not feel fucking shit about themselves, stop doing this to them. But I cried like a big, strong man about it. And that was the point, that's what I've lost my fucking pom-pom. Oh, for fuck's sake, pom-pom. Why are you doing this to me? Can you be mended, pom-pom? You can be mended. But the point of it was to fucking ruffle your feathers, right? So then yesterday, I'm in the doctor's surgery, waiting my turn, and you had to like wait. They've got big black lines on the floor, and it's like there's someone sort of, you go in the shop doorway and you can see one person there and one person there, and then it's from there you approach the counter, which is another 3 or 4 meters that way. So I'm standing there, and they've got this fucking mental health thing up there. And it was literally the same sort of phrases, and like yesterday and today I was feeling very emotionally fucking delicate. And it's just phrases like, I don't want this life. I wish I wanted to live. And I was like feeling bad already and sitting there seeing this was, oh God, stop. It was fucking horrible. It was fucking horrible. It was like, why is that something that's supposed to be? I mean, I suppose it's aimed at people who don't have mental health issues, because it was trying to be sort of pitched as a, you know, understand this is what these people are going through kind of a thing. But to me, it was just fucking stirring my pot. It really fucking was. And that makes me paranoid. It does. Because, yeah, suicide's on the up. Mental health, there's a big focus on it. Yeah. Why is it whenever there's a big focus on something, it gets worse? That's how they're controlling it. That's how they're controlling it. And yet again, giving you examples of people who are really suffering, but managing. As in, shut the fuck up. Don't talk about anything. Don't think about yourself. Do as you're fucking told. Go out and earn money. We don't care. But we care, because mental health, that's all bullshit. That's a lie. They're making people kill themselves. They're making people kill themselves by fucking focusing on it. Fucking focusing on it. All because of a virus that, you know, we don't know anything about. We really don't know anything about it. It's new, but we do know that you've got to do this, absolutely, and you have to do this, and you have to do that, and these are the only things that work. And bullshit. That's the bit that's bullshit, not the virus. It's that. It's the fact that the whole country turned into a fucking concentration camp from day one with banners everywhere. What the fuck's that about? Oh, well, people need more money. No, they don't. No, they don't. Stirring it up with that shit. Stirring it up, winding people up. That's what they're doing. They're winding people up with it. Like, why? Why is that an advert for mental health? With handwritten quotes from people who wanted to fucking die. And there's someone like me reading it, thinking, yeah, I know how you fucking feel, mate. I know how you fucking feel. I feel how you fucking feel. How's that helpful? How's that helpful to anyone? Just to set someone off while they're standing in a fucking queue? How's that helpful? Go on. I'm sure there's a reason why that you all know is the reason why, even though you didn't write it, you didn't make the advert, you'll know it's to raise awareness. No, it isn't. It's to fucking drive people further into it. Raise awareness. That's a fucking pathetic phrase. Raise awareness. What, no one aware that people are dying? You don't need to raise awareness. You need to educate people. You need to educate fucking people how to fucking talk to people, how to respond to people, how to manage people, how to cope with people, how to help people, how to understand people, how to acknowledge people, how to support people, how to encourage people, how to allow people to be who they are. That's what needs to happen. Raise awareness. Some guffy phrase that doesn't really mean anything, yet again, at the pinnacle of whatever fucking drive it is. Just weird, vague words. That's all you ever get. And all the time that's happening, I'm sitting there going, they're doing this to make mental health worse. I can see it. And then mental health is getting worse and people are killing themselves. But it's nothing to do with what's on the news. It's nothing to do with what we're fucking doing. Yes, it fucking is. It fucking is. I want people with mental health issues to fuck off. That's the real fucking truth. That's the real fucking truth. They want us to just fuck off. I'm very sensitive today. How long have I waffled for? I can't even fucking see. Oh, just a snip of a fucking video. That's my truth. That's how it looks and feels to me. I'm just looking around and thinking, why are you doing this? Why are you using hypnotic language on people? Why do I see all this fucking hypnotism everywhere? Why this big focus on how bad mental health is? Let's just stir the pot. Let's focus on how bad it is. Fuel the fire. Because while they've been fueling the fire, the suicide rate's been going up. And then they sit there and go, look, the suicide rate's gone up. I need to talk about it more. That's what they're doing. They created the suicide rate going up so that then they could talk about it to make it even bigger. And that's the shit I fucking live with all the time in a world that tells me that I'm just crazy, just whatever. It's like, it's a lost cause, mate. It's a fucking lost cause. Everyone thinks they want to fucking help or understand, but they can't because they are governed by their paradigms. By the paradigm, when they see something right in front of their face, they've already judged it. They know what it is. You haven't forgiven your abuser. You need to do this. You haven't done that. It's all scripted out waiting for you. Society's automatic responses, they're there waiting to come out of any mouth. And they're all identical. Someone is doing this. Someone is making this happen. Someone is making people think and feel that way. Because people say things that they don't mean. It's like the lady that said to me about when I was talking about the amount of people that come up and talk about my fucking leg when I was in plaster. Total strangers. I didn't want to fucking talk about my fucking leg. Fucking sick of fucking talking about my fucking leg. People would even come up and say, I bet you're sick of people asking you about that, aren't you? Yeah. How did you do it though? And this lady sat there and she went, yeah. They're only trying to help though. And then she's checked herself and she went, actually, how are they trying to help? They're not trying to help. And she realised that she had just gone burr and said something because that's what people say. It's culture. Just to stick up for someone when you're complaining about someone, they automatically take their side and tell you what they were just doing. They usually try and make you out to be someone who's not open-minded. Maybe they had this going on. Didn't think about that, did you? Maybe they've got that going on. And they're having a go at you. They're having a go at you about something where they weren't there. They have no idea who the person is. But for some reason, just because hypothetically they could have been going through this, that and the other, none of what you went through counts. And you might think, oh, well, so what? A lot of people say, oh, so what? Blah, blah, blah. Well, when that shit keeps fucking happening, it wears you the fuck down. It wears you the fuck out. It frustrates the fuck out of you. Frustrates the living fuck out of you. Being socially excluded, you're all fucking petrified of it. You are. But then when someone is socially excluded, you tell them it doesn't matter. You tell them don't worry about it. Who cares what people think? That's an automatic response. Who cares what people think? I wasn't talking about what people think. I was talking about the way I've just been treated. I wasn't talking about what people think. Why do you come at me with saying, who cares what people think? I don't give a fuck what anyone fucking thinks, mate. Never fucking have. I don't give a fuck what you think. So don't accuse me of caring what people think. When I'm fed up to the eye fucking teeth of being treated a certain way because of people's fucking assumptions. That's what's really going on. But in your head, you just care too much what people think. That's what's driving people over the fucking edge, mate. That blank refusal to acknowledge that they're even going through anything. That's what's going on. This is a very dark video, this one. But then again, I said that would be real. Like, maybe later on I'll be dancing in my skimpy pants. I've got skimpy woman knickers on underneath here. But they've got a pouch for His Majesty. They're very nice pink frilly ones. They're gorgeous. So I might be scampering around in those later and singing songs and being silly. I don't know. But it's fucking weird in here. And it's fucking weird out there. And like, there's not many escapes where anything makes sense. Or I can talk freely. Or I can talk about shit like that without being just called insane. It's like, yeah, I know that. But then I'm not allowed to say that. You're allowed to say that. If I come up with something that I think is true, you're allowed to call me insane. But if I class myself as insane, you instantly say, have you not? Like, you'd know. It's frustrating. It's why I'm here making videos. But hopefully I'll cheer up soon. That's bound to be time to end. Oh, it really fucking is. Actually, yeah, I was going to delete it, but I'm not. Just don't watch this file. It's way too long.